We're live, we're live, we're live.
Good morning.
Like. Today is my niece number two's birthday. Happy birthday, China, dog.
What is it?
It's China's
How old is China
birthday.
now?
She's grown.
How
You
old?
don't tell people's age.
Immature people worry about it.
Whatever. But I am glad that I had a chance to call her this
You tell your age all the
morning.
time. I tell mine all the time too.
That's much.
That's right. So anyway, happy Friday to you. I'm hoping your day has already started out great.
Friday to ya.
My wall,
Happy
I'm super excited about my
Friday
wall
to
on the
ya.
side of my mirror because I got it filled up with my morning, with my daily thoughts, affirmations that I like. You know,
Whoa.
yeah. So I
Hey,
like that now.
Usama. Hey, Miss Phyllis.
I went to the car this morning and I was looking around through the car again and I saw a string underneath.
You thought it was your whalebone?
I got excited. So I reached down because I hadn't seen it before and I searched the car high and low.
Searched all over.
And I pulled and I got a little grip of it and I pulled and it was not my whalebone. It was a string for something else.
I'm sorry.
So
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
it's over
Good
a week
morning.
since
Good
I've
morning.
not seen my whalebone. And I miss it. I'm looking every day. I'm gonna keep looking because I'm prayerful it'll show up somewhere.
I am.
I'm very excited to find it too. I will celebrate from the heavens once I find it.
Oh, we got to celebrate it in advance.
Yes. So happy Friday to you. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunstan. Today we do have a topic.
The power of laughter in business and in life.
Now, yesterday we had a day. Yesterday we enjoyed time with you guys in the morning, but yesterday afternoon we hosted the inaugural Business Club with a K meeting in Concord, North Carolina, founded by Mr. Sudev was his last name?
Raja.
Sudev Raja, and he asked Lisa and I to chair it. Okay, so we hosted the meeting yesterday. So, and it was great. It was a great location. It was a great meeting. Stephanie Mara showed up with us yesterday, and that was great to have her there too. And I ended up giving a block of instruction on selling, and that was great too. The networking was amazing. So that was yesterday afternoon. But
You
then,
know,
go ahead.
I was going to say, did you realize what Sudev and Business Club have to do with the existence of us?
Okay, congratulate.
It was because of the Business Club.
You're right. Now that I think about it, that's how we even met in the first place.
That's right. That's
Back
right.
in 2015, I'm gonna
Mhm.
say, was it
2015 was the year of your event. Now we met 2014 over the phone when you
Right.
tried to call me because of Bill, but then I ignored you and we didn't meet until 2015.
2015, I
over
was
the phone.
hosting an event in Charlotte. I was living in Greensboro, North Carolina. Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Good morning.
She
Good
says,
morning.
Happy Friday.
To you too.
So anyway, long story short, they ain't got time for the whole story
You
today.
do tell it. But tell it up to that point. Tell
Okay.
it how.
Well, I
how
was
that
hosting. I
started.
wanted to host a sales training in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is an hour and a half from where I live. And so I found
Hey,
a venue,
Shirley.
and there had been this thing called Business Club. It was in-person
Business
networking
Club
with the K. They had like 9 locations or something like that.
16.
Well, about 8 or 9 of them had sent me Facebook requests to join their club. And I was like, sure, why not? So I joined Steel Creek. I joined not Concord, wherever it was. But I know Steel Creek was one of them, and I know South Charlotte was another one. Ballantyne was another one.
But you did not join as a paid member.
I joined as what they invited me to join, and I didn't have any validation to join for free. But I felt like it was some networking. Okay, I'm like, fine, I'll join your group. I joined all of their groups. I was like in 7, 8 of them. And I decided I was going to host an event in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
So I started promoting my event through the club.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm a member of the club, and I got an event coming up. Y'all need to come on out. Okay. And they weren't letting me.
Nah, you ain't down.
They didn't let me promote. So I got upset.
His feet.
Because you asked for me to be down with you. The people who asked me to be down with you. And the moment I asked for anything in return, y'all going to give me the stiff arm. I'm pissed off.
I
Okay.
love this stiff arm.
Yeah, like, what's that? Okay, so they gave me that. I was like, I wasn't having it. I was pissed off. I could have let it go. I could have let it slide. But I happened to be Brian K. McNeil.
Have y'all met him?
And I wasn't in the mode to let stuff slide like that. So what? Who's in charge of this thing? Because I wanted to tell that person off.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I asked for y'all help. Y'all asked for me to be down. Y'all wanted my credibility is what I was going through. Y'all want me to put my name on your stuff. But when I need something from your stuff, you not helping the brother out. Mm-hmm. What the hell is this about? Is this one of these one-sided things? Da, 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 da. All of that.
All of that.
So I found out who was in charge, and it happened to be Lisa was in charge. So I found her number, and I called her out, and I went into my thing. Okay, Dr. Deborah, I went into my thing. So what kind of bull crap is this? What kind of blank is this is one of my favorite expressions. What kind of shit is this? Like there's certain kinds of shit. But you got to identify what kind of shit this is.
Which really said my business makes me laugh from happy memories.
Amen. That's beautiful. So I got on the phone, I'm doing my thing, and she was patient. She let me get it all out. And she goes, well, I understand how you feel. I can't do it the way you want it done, but I can help you to promote. I'll help you to promote through my channels and through my stuff, and I'll help your event. Okay, and she did. And that led to us meeting each other. One thing, one of our comedians that we like, a guy named Brian Regan, that he hates, and he's reading when they say a statement like, and then one thing led to another, and they ended up married. So I'm gonna do that to you guys.
That's exactly what happened. One thing led to another. Him and his harumph. And me, okay,
that's
all right.
Lazy writing and lazy storytelling, but.
And then we met on June the 16th, 2015, and the rest, as they say, is history.
So, Dr. Deborah, last night at the business club, where I hope Stephanie Morris can come in here so she can talk about how she felt about it. But we went to a comedy show, and I didn't realize it was a comedy competition until I got there. I just thought it was gonna be a show. But we got there very early. The event didn't really start till like 8:30. We was there like at 7:05. Okay, that's when the doors opened. So we got a chance to
Deborah said, I like that story. I never heard that portion.
Interesting that you hadn't heard that portion of it.
Yeah, because you usually start from when I'm walking into the room. Mm-hmm. But
there's more to that story too.
Story was even
about the praying for the event and all that stuff. That's 2 weeks out. But anyway, we went to this thing, so we got there very early. So we was like one of the first people. Early. Like one of the first people there. So we got a chance to see the stand-up comedians and talk to them before the show. We got a chance to meet everybody. We got a chance to see people coming in. We got a chance to enjoy the art gallery because it was fantastic. It was an art gallery.
Dr. Deborah, you would have loved the gallery. Please check out
Shirley DeJarnette White, you would have loved the gallery.
The gallery was so eclectic. It was three-dimensional. There was
we didn't capture everything.
Art.
And we got a chance to meet some of the artists.
We got to meet Ola. He was wonderful.
This guy named Ola, he showed us this tool. It's like a little
scraper,
metal paint, little wooden paintbrush handle with a little, like a spatula thing on the end of it. A little thing like that. He was so proud to show, because his art was like, it felt like cloth, but it wasn't cloth. It was paint, okay? And he had painted this woman's face. And
he painted it on cloth. He didn't use traditional. Yeah, he did not use traditional canvas. He used sort of like a tapestry.
Okay.
Sort of like what a couch would be made out of. And he painted acrylic on top of that with wonderful elements.
A tool, a little paintbrush thing with a spatula head on it.
Yeah, it was.
And he goes, and I use this right here to create all of that. What? All the colors, that one tool, and he was so proud of it, and it made us excited. I was excited with him. He goes, I got another piece down there, and we went and saw another piece too. He was a highlight for me, Ola, meeting that artist. So, but the comedians were hilarious too.
I thought it was nice meeting Dwayne. He was
another guy named Dwayne. He's not He's
He's an audio. He's like a multimedia specialist.
yes, but he was so friendly and so proud of his
Yes, he was a great
studio.
ambassador for the facility.
This, you guys are just seeing the ground floor. We got 3 floors, and wait till you go upstairs. I'm like, what? He was a great ambassador. You're right.
Yeah, he was a great ambassador. Absolutely. They had some old school comedians in the place. Shout out to,
Grave digger.
I always want to call him Bone Crusher. I don't know why.
Grave digger.
Grave Digger, he was funny.
Julio Hennessy was hilarious. Shout out Julio Hennessy.
Absolutely,
Dr. Deborah, there was this man, as we were parking, I saw this because we was making sure it was the right venue. There was this lanky, thin white guy, tall, lanky white guy walking in. And I looked at the flyer real quick, and it looked like the guy on the flyer. So I called out my window, Seth. He turned around. I said, Seth, is this the right place? He goes, yeah, for the show, yeah. So we parked and went in. And I got a chance to meet Seth, Dr. Deborah.
And he was funny.
He was hilarious.
Yeah.
And his joke was slick and funny. But I talked to him, and I was thinking about him this morning. The reason why I was thinking about him, there was probably him and 3 other white people in the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was at a black event. Only white performer. He wore a size 15 shoe. Okay.
Which made a point to let us know. Although you could see it.
You could see he had big feet.
But I thought he had on clown shoes almost. Because he's little, skinny, and thin.
Right, but I didn't think it was a 15. I thought he was big feet, but I didn't think it was size 15. But he shot holes. He shot holes in the myth of big feet equals big meat. He shot holes in that. That's not true. But he also had a stuttering problem. And he had a stuttering problem as he was having conversation with me. And he acknowledged his stuttering problem in his show, in his act. I stutter, and got size 15 shoes, white guy, skinny, all this stuff. And he was hilarious.
And how many reasons did he have not to be there doing that? Right?
That's the thing.
How many reasons? How many excuses can you come up with why you're not the appropriate person to do what God has called you to do?
Amen to that. He had all of them. I'm a white guy.
He had Moses down pat. Like, I can't.
I can't talk. They're not going to hear me.
They're not going to hear me. He was definitely out of place. But he was still funny. He was still welcoming. He was still nice. Not that there's any place for or against. It's just that particular audience.
And on top of that, they made him go first. Before the room was really warmed up. He had the people. Well, they had a warm up MC,
Ray,
who was kind of good. I like Ray. He was good. Yeah, he was good, and he was fun too. But Ray was the warm up, the MC. So he did a good job actually. So the comedian was the first one up, though.
That's my favorite comedian. She just
currently, Takara.
I enjoy her comedy.
Okay.
I like her position. I like the way she quips about her daughter.
Definitely.
Because I have a Karia in my life.
Her daughter be like, I mean like.
Period. Her imitation of her daughter reminds me of Karia.
I mean like, I hate that bitch.
Not Karia. That's what she says about her daughter.
Right.
You gotta be clarified. Dr. Deborah says, how courageous to go first. Like, exactly.
Well, a lot of times it ain't up to them, but he did it, and he did a good job. So I found myself thinking about him. The joke of the night to me was this guy named Julio Hennessy that we've seen a bunch of times before.
We really enjoy his comedy.
But he told a joke we hadn't heard him tell before. He was talking about his brother who was going through the process to become his sister.
No, his sister who's going through the process.
His sister who's going through the process to become his brother. So now he has a brister. His sister who's his brother, or brother who's his sister, he called it a brister.
And she got one up on him. One thing that she can always have that he can never have, and that is she can match her shoes with her stuff.
With her penis. She can put on a red penis with red Nikes and Purple penis and purple Nikes.
Yeah, purple Jordans. She could birthday. That's a whole
Who
nother
else could do
level.
that? So he was hilarious.
He was really funny.
But the power of laughter in business and life is the name of the topic.
We should get some comedians on here on Fridays. That would be cool.
We could do that
See
too.
if
We know a
can.
bunch of
We
them.
know a bunch.
Did we even do our commercial there?
I think so.
I don't remember doing it. It's okay. Let's keep it going.
We
know a
used
bunch
to
of
have
comedians.
regular comedians on because Jawan Cap here in Charlotte, North Carolina, had a collection, not a collection of comedians, but is it like
A
an
group.
entourage?
A group.
Or, yeah.
It was called Goof Troop. Okay.
Yeah.
Giving others opportunities first. Goof is what it was called.
And he would have them perform in different places, and he was also a comedian, and we would have some of them.
And they would support each other, in comedy. Yeah. So when we had an event, we had a couple of, like your birthday party, we had some of the comedians. Christian Johnson performed.
You guys might know him now. He has hit over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and I'm so excited to know him.
He was we knew him in the very beginning of his comedy career. Absolutely. He did a couple of things for us. He came to one event that we did where we had a bunch of clergy, but that's why Jawan brought Christian, because Christian did clean comedy. And but he was hilarious from the very beginning. That was
Shirley said I have an appointment. Have a blessed day.
Shirley, we love you so much. And we appreciate you dropping off the Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt Sunshine. Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you. Rock you.
Hey, Jennifer Robertson. She says, good morning. I love y'all relationship.
She loves our relationship. How about that? It's an act. Actress. Yeah. It's hard to and there's a lot of good actors and actresses in relationships.
Yes.
I love the In Living Color about the couple that was married forever, trying to kill each other on a daily basis until someone else came around. Whenever anybody's around, they hated each other when no one was around. But whenever, and we still together. All of that stuff. But it's hard to hold an act for long. Over time, you get the chance to find out the real.
The real?
Yeah, like they say, we love each other, it's great, but he'll make a snipe about his wife, or she'll make a comment. And you start hearing these little things. And we know couples like this, by the way. We know couples who've been still together, but they talk junk about each other.
Just because you're together, if you're not happy, let somebody else be happy. Please let somebody be happy. Lord have mercy. I was reading.
I don't like people that do that either. Talk junk about their wife or their husband.
I was reading this. I guess this is a proof that I'm old. The Quora's Digest.
Okay.
So it's a AARP newsletter subscription where you people write about stuff that's going on and whatever. And there was this one lady that was in there that had spent years and years and years taking care of her husband in the late stages of his Parkinson's disease. So she did not, she didn't want to put him in a home. She didn't have a whole bunch of help that it would come in or whatever. And she was only able to take care of him and his needs and just keep the roof over their house for all these years. So she did not have the medical care for herself. She didn't take care of herself because she was taking care of him. Finally, or I don't mean to say finally as if it was finally over, but eventually he passed away. And she went to the doctor after all of that time, and they had found that she actually had a prolapse in her uterus where it was outside of her body.
Oh, God.
To the point that it had died. And
the uterus died?
Yeah, it hung out and it died.
The coochie died?
Yeah, I guess.
It came out and died.
And it died, and she never got it taken care of. She would just wash it, clean it. She didn't see it, and she would hide it from anybody that came past, like if her husband was in the room or whatever.
Wow.
And eventually she went, and the doctor said, it's dead. It's been dead. Didn't you smell it? She said, yeah, I cleaned it. That's why I kept it and they had to cut it off and take it out. Yes.
Like a coin purse.
It was a coin purse on the outside of the purse.
Oh God.
Exactly.
What a horrible story.
It was a horrible
Why
story.
Are you telling this story?
I don't know. It's Shenanigans Friday. It's talking about love.
Jesus Christ.
She was so in love with her husband.
Why did she tell that story?
I don't even know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Antonomy. I'm so sorry.
Jennifer Robinson, come get your girl. Come get your girl. Dr. Deborah, come get your girl. What?
We raised our hands yesterday at Exhort for the couples ministry at Exhort. We will be hosting for the couples of Exhort a cookout on April the 20th.
A cookout? You told me it was just a couples night. I ain't know it had to be on the grill.
You don't have to get on the grill. The oven works. But you can get on the grill.
I'm on the grill at everybody else's house and everybody else's cookout.
Well, then why?
I don't know. I just do that.
Exactly. Why? Do somebody make you?
No.
Okay.
Like when I go to Jay Mattier's house.
You take over the grill. Because I think you take over the grill so you can be sure to get the first piece of meat.
I'm going to get the first. I'm going to get whatever choice piece of meat or sausage I want. That's how I roll. Maybe that's, I don't know, subconsciously.
You said maybe that is why.
I do the cooking so I'm sure I get what I want.
That's right. You want me to help out? I'll help out in the kitchen.
Do you?
I will.
I don't do that. I like to serve the food. Like when we go to when we feed the homeless or feed neighborhoods, I'm a server. Okay, I'll stand back there with a ladle or the tongs.
Move along.
Yeah, I'm a server. That's what I do.
Move along.
That's my job.
Keep the line moving.
You know, and I can do it good. I can do it with both hands. I can do.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Shoot, keep it going. Come on. What you want, man? You know, right and dark. I got all that. Okay, so that's my thing when we go feed. Okay, or when we have an event at church or something, I can work that. I don't want to be a part of the setup crew anymore. I think that's a young person's game, and I don't want to be a part of the takedown crew. I think that's a young person's game too. So I don't want to do that, but I can show up and serve.
No, I don't want to do that either. I don't even care if there are people watching.
I don't want to do that no more. I've done that for years.
I can greet, but I'm not picking up.
For years, I've been putting out the chairs. I used to, in Greensboro, I started out helping out, but there was lots of times I was the only one there. Put out all the chairs for service.
That's okay.
And it was okay.
Pray over the chairs.
And I did. I prayed over the chairs, and when my son Eli was with me, we did it as a team. Me and my little boy Eli. He's now 22. Yeah, but me and Eli used to put out all those chairs together. And he was, frankly, a good worker.
This is Shout Out Friday, and the topic is the power of laughter. That part. The power of laughter in business and in life. Thank you, Uzama. And of course, it is Shout It Out Friday. Uzama says, for those of you worried about where to spend your Bitcoin before you even have any or fully understand it, exciting news is here. Jack Dorsey has announced that Square is actively developing a feature to enable Bitcoin payments on their terminals, paving the way for mainstream cryptocurrency adoption and transforming everyday transactions. Stay informed at realbitcoinnews.com.
Thank you for that, Brother Uzama. That's pretty cool.
You'll be able to pay for stuff at realbitcoinnews.com.
Thank you very much, bro. We appreciate that very much from you, Uzama Ra. Uzama Ra.
Uzama Ra.
This is still Shout Out Friday. But in the power of laughter, there was a classic. Spike Lee's first movie was a movie called She's Gotta Have It.
She Gotta Have It.
Okay, and I watched that movie probably 10 times because it was funny and it was interesting.
You were too young to watch that movie when it came out.
I don't think I was too young. I've seen it about 10 times. But anyway.
I can't believe you watched anything 10 times.
I did. I've seen White Men Can't Jump at least 10 times. I've seen When We Were Kings about the Ali and Foreman fight at least 10 times. Okay, those are my movies, okay, that I watched 10 times.
Oh, there are 2 movies that I have watched multiple times.
I know the Devil something.
Devil's Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate.
And
I don't know. One little Finding Nemo.
Yes,
Okay,
you
good.
did it.
Let me finish my story, please.
I'm so
Okay.
proud of you.
But and she's gotta have it. It's a story about this one woman living in Brooklyn who has three men that are really, really into her. She's not. She don't have to hide nothing. She keeps all three men, and they all three know about each other too. So, but there's this line, Spike Lee's character. He's talking about how he gets women. He goes, if I can make them laugh. If I can make them laugh, I'm in. He says, if I don't make them laugh, I don't want to be with her if she don't get my humor. Okay, if I can't make her laugh, I'm out. But if I can make her laugh, I'm in. Okay, that's part of the power of laughter.
It is. Laughter is powerful. It is amazing. How many times do you look at comedians and wonder how they got with her? Well, it's because he made her laugh.
Pete Davidson has been with amazing women.
Wasn't he with Taylor Swift?
Now, was it Taylor Swift? I know he was with some famous celebrity, but we all was like, who? How did you get her?
Kim Kardashian?
Something.
He was with somebody.
Famous.
I don't know. I think he's funny.
And you think, how could he get her?
I think he's funny. I happen to like Adam Sandler.
He is too unattractive and lanky and not that funny.
I like people.
He don't do it for me.
Well, he's not supposed to.
I mean, his comedy doesn't do it for me.
Well.
But the power of laughter. And another thing too about last night is, we go to comedy shows, Lisa and I. But when we go too long in between comedy shows, we need one, because it's a part of what we do. And I felt like last night we needed to go to the comedy club. I also, after yesterday was amazing to me also because after we spent time at Business Club, we went to an Indian restaurant, Badiani's or Badiani's or something like that, Bajani's, and we got biryani, and I learned a valuable lesson about biryani food. You don't want to eat it right before bed. Indian food is spicy. Because in the morning, your stomach is going to roil as you have your morning visit.
What are royals?
It's like,
oh, I didn't know.
All of that stuff. And turning and all. I ate it right before I went to bed, my leftovers. I did, and that was a mistake. It made my morning bathroom visit different.
Well, I'm glad that you had your shake and your coffee.
And I'm going to go back in there, too, to handle part two.
Thank you. The power of laughter in business. What do you do?
And Shout It Out Friday.
To infuse laughter in your business. That's right. And Shout It Out Friday. Tell us what you do. Tell us about your business. Tell us how people can find you. Shout it out!
Upcoming Monday, I'm going to shout out this too. Upcoming Monday is the first Monday of this calendar month.
Monday.
And we are going to host the Sales Confidence Mastery Group.
That's at 8 p.m.
Sales Confidence Mastery Group for those coaches, consultants, those of you who want some clients, who need some more confidence in your ability to sell. Yesterday afternoon at the Business Club, when I started talking about, when I introduced myself as a sales, boy, it was like, how do you describe a thirsty animal when they get water, or thirsty something they need water? They were so thirsty for sales knowledge and sales information. They were hanging on. They wanted somebody to talk to them about how to sell, because there are a lot of people there talk about how to market, how to digital market, how to find leads. There are a lot of that. And I was the only one. And once I mentioned sales, somebody's going to talk about sales? And they were so excited that I could feel like they couldn't wait to get this information. Sometimes you've been in a situation where people love it, they want it, and this audience wanted what I had. They wanted it bad. Did I say good morning to Antonobi yet? If I didn't,
hey, Antonobi, good morning to you.
Today, Charlotte, it says a high of 87, and it might be pushing the record of 91. So it's hot here already. I'm going to lower my AC because Mama's just getting picked up right now. Now, I don't let it get too cold because of my mother, but I'm going to make this place cool today. It was
hot upstairs. I almost stayed downstairs because it was hot to me.
I had put on a cool air last night.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about, I went upstairs before you came upstairs. When I first hit the top landing, I was like, ooh.
It was like that. Was it a ooh honey at the top?
It was ooh, honey. I was like, am I in the tropics? What in the world is this? Because heat rises. And
Yes.
then not only is the heat rising, right? But there's the space heater going on in mama's room. And it was encroaching upon the hallway. I was like, oh my
With the
God.
door closed too?
Yes, with the door
She
closed.
keeps the space heater going.
It was cooking on that second floor rather. Jesus.
Well, I put on the AC before I came but I'm gonna lower it even more for today because it'll be unbearable. I'm excited today that I'm going to see my chiropractor today at 1:15. That's what I'm going to be. Every 3 weeks now, I go to the chiropractor, and my first client is I'm going to be able to work from my garage today. I'm going to work downstairs today between 10 and 12, the 2 hours, and I'm so grateful that I have this kind of time to be productive.
Yeah.
Because there's some homework stuff I got to get done. So I got these 2 hours to do it. I'm just excited about that. You can get a lot more done when you're excited about it. When you go into it with the right attitude. So I'm like, oh man, what an opportunity I have this morning. I'm going to do it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to do it with a nub. Okay.
Absolutely. Today in African American history, coming from Michael A. Carson's book, the Today in African American History, 66 days of historical events and accomplishments by Michael A. Carson. Guess what today is? April 4th. In 1953, the first chapter of Phi Beta Kappa at a HBCU was established at Fisk University. The chapter at Howard University was formed 4 days later. The only other HBCUs with a Phi Beta Kappa chapter were Morehouse and Spelman colleges. Founded in 1775, Phi Beta Kappa is the most prestigious honorary society for undergraduate achievement in the humanities.
But
And that is
1953 was the
one
first
to grow
Phi Beta Kappa at an HBCU
at
at Fisk
yes,
University.
yes.
Interesting.
It was founded in 1775, but the first chapter was established at Fisk University in 1953.
Interesting.
That
Thank
is
you.
one to go.
Dr. Deborah asked the question, does going to a chiropractor help, Brian? It helps me a lot. And because I feel up until that, before I go, I'm always achy. But when I leave, I feel great. But a better example than me is we have a friend, her name is Nancy White. Her husband transitioned this week, so we're going to go to his homegoing services this upcoming Saturday. But Nancy White is probably in her 70s, close to 80.
Good morning, Tony.
But Nancy White looks terrific. Okay, she's vibrant. She moves. A little white lady in her late 70s. She looks terrific and she's in great health. And I saw her one day at my chiropractor's. I was like, "Hey, Miss Nancy, how you doing?" She goes, "Great." And I was like, "Yeah, I just started coming to this one." She goes, "How long you been coming to?" I asked her, "How long you been coming?" Ron, I've been seeing a chiropractor every week for the last 35 years. She sees a chiropractor every week for 35 years. And that has a lot, I suspect it has a lot to do with how great a shape she's in.
Tony said, good morning, friends. Good to see y'all. Brian, you thinning down?
I think so. I think I'm getting a little smaller. I'm getting smaller. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wrote it up on my wall, Tony. One of the things I stopped doing is I stopped doing the things that fat people do. Okay? Stop doing the things that fat people do. Fat people eat donuts first thing in the morning, and I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing what fat people do, and I'm eating like I have sense too.
Dr. Deborah says, I think I'll try. I think I'll try going. You should.
Dr. Deborah, I can with certainty say after your first chiropractor visit, you're going to discover things about your body that you didn't know, and you're going to walk away from that visit walking better than you did when you walked in. I didn't know my hip goes down and forward until my chiropractor showed me. My chiropractor, boy, he's the best. He's physically strong, okay? Because I'm a big guy and he can maneuver me Tony, this dude, after he finishes examining me and cracking my back, he stretches me out, okay? Which means he puts me on my back and takes my legs and put this leg across the other leg and holds me out and then pulls down on this and stretches me out there. I'm like, goodness gracious, G. How can you do that? You got to be pretty strong to move a man like me.
Good morning, Craig. He says, good morning, everyone. Have a blessed day on
I need a
purpose.
t-shirt on. I can see that. I don't have a t-shirt on.
And enjoy it to the fullest.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Craig. How you doing? What's the importance of laughter in your world?
And Tony goes on to say, all right, Lisa still compliments you.
She does. She complimented me last night, too, at an event where there's a lot of people. I still have the prettiest woman in there. Okay? There are a lot of women in there. But mine was the prettiest.
Oh,
so,
thank you.
Yep. So, I mean, we work together all day long, but until we get out amongst other people, I realize, okay, there are a lot of women here, but ain't nobody prettier than mine.
One guy had the nerve to say that he thought I was Lunel. First of all, I don't look like Lunel. We're the same complexion, the same height, and possibly
same hair color.
And definitely the same hair color.
That's about it.
But her nails are longer and her eyelashes are longer, and we don't look.
I think he was going for funny. He thought he said, "You look like Lunel." No, you don't.
I like Lunel.
I like Lunel too, but you don't look like no Lunel.
But no.
But he was trying to be funny. That's all.
Lunel with them caterpillar lashes. I can't even see. I don't think she concerns herself with being able to see because they are so
Are
full.
you kidding me? You don't think she's trying to see?
No, I don't think she's trying to see. She be high anyway. She don't care what other people look like.
You know, when you meet your comedian friends, when we did Comics Rock in Atlanta, Georgia, a couple of years ago, I spoke at a convention. It's the business convention of stand-up comedians. Mm-hmm. And I spoke there. I did a workshop for stand-up comedians there. And we got a chance to meet Hope Flood. And Lisa took a picture. Hope Flood's short.
Little. He's little than me.
Yes, but I got a picture of you two together somewhere on my phone. Yeah. Okay, I hope I can find it. I'm going to look for that picture too. But she's a short lady, though. But she was so nice to us, though. She was so nice to book me, and she was treated us well. I got a chance to meet Michael Collier there, who's a fantastic comedian. A lot of you guys know who Michael Collier is too. But there was most of the place was aspiring comedians. How can they earn a living doing stand-up comedy? That's what they were there to learn how to do. Well, move your shirt away.
You had to say that on my desk, right?
See? Look what's going on.
No.
You got too much stuff over here. This is your desk, no doubt. This is your desk. This is your office. This is your room. However, for an hour, for 1 hour a day, I gotta sit here. Okay.
So sit with your hands on your lap and be still.
Not saying I need a work area. I need a work area while I'm here.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I need some. So I'm looking forward to this weekend to get some relaxation in. We are going to go help out. We're going to be supportive of our friend who has lost, her husband has gone on. Her husband has transitioned, so we're going to go there to support our friend. On Saturday. But Saturday night, boy, am I excited about Saturday night. It's the Final Four weekend, and it's two good games. Two really good games, baby. They start at 6. And all 4 of the teams that are left that were ranked number 1. Any of these 4 could be the champion this year. So this is going to be 2 really good games. I'm looking forward to the Final Four this weekend.
Well, we look forward to you hanging out here on Monday. Yeah.
The women's Final Four is this Friday, and their championship game is Sunday. The men's Final Four is Saturday, and the championship game is on Monday. So Uzama is probably going to watch the women's Final Four too on Friday night. That's tonight, actually. Yeah, I might watch it tonight.
All of the less. I think if there was
your girl Takara, it just flashed up this morning. Takara, the stand-up comedian you said you like.
Yeah.
Well, flashed up there said it was Takara Williams, and they said I know nothing about sports, so I got to catch that bit now. I'm gonna see what she said.
Probably the same thing I said.
But you know nothing about sports. But you do
and
know
could care
something.
less.
How can you live in this country and know nothing about sports? You do too know some
I
stuff.
deliberately know nothing
You
about
do
it.
too. You have to know something.
I only glean what I need to glean to have a conversation with you and make you think that I care. But I don't care about
Make
it. I
you
care
think
about you.
I care. Wow.
Grand Rising from Dr.
Good morning,
Beverly.
Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly. Grand Rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. The power of laughter. So important. Brian and Dr. Lisa know that. So they make it a point for us to pay close attention to the shenanigans. Then they invite us to comedy shows so we can just laugh, 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 laugh.
Dr. Beverly, you would have loved last night. Oh man, the MC. We weren't on the front row, by the way. Ray. We were on like the third row.
Yeah.
Third row, I think we
But
were.
he was clocking Brian the whole time.
He was paying attention to me too much. He noticed even how my foot was moving and my pink shirt and old school this and old school that. And you know, he kept messing with me, man. He wasn't harming, he wasn't talking jokes about me. He was like messing with me. He goes, man.
In a cool way. He wasn't being spiteful of it.
No, but he was funny.
He wasn't even really roasting.
I didn't even know my foot was moving like the way he was just.
It was.
I bet he got a pee so bad. I mean, you got me sitting down for 2 hours, but I gotta go. So, and then when I finally did go to the bathroom, he did talk junk about me going pee.
Yes.
Lisa heard it. I didn't hear it. So.
He did. He said he was waiting. He had to go. It was funny. The whole thing was funny, and I really did enjoy it.
But I think you would enjoy it too, Dr. Beverly.
Absolutely.
And they do it once a month at this place. But you're not gonna believe this. The tickets were $10. What?
What is it? First Friday
first
of
Thursday.
the month or first Thursday of the month?
I think so. It was first Thursday or something. But they do it once a month on Thursday for $10. Are you kidding me? So that was an amazing. I bought the tickets. Once I saw what it was $10. Like it came like $11 with tax for a ticket. Are you kidding? Please, we going.
Fortunately, they did have some funny comedians.
Yep.
I don't know what the criteria is, but it was really good. It was fun.
The comedians they kind of like pull back the curtain, let you know a lot about their lives, because we heard at least from 3 of them that's one of the nicest places that they've ever told jokes. Okay, they're up and comers. Most of the time they're telling jokes in restaurants, so hole in the walls or holes in the walls. Okay, they talk about this place was much nicer than they're accustomed to performing. And a lot of times these comedians go through this life where they get paid in wings and liquor, not real money. You know, they'll get paid in food and drinks. So
don't pay your bills.
And they don't put gas in your tank. You know, I drove all the way over there. They didn't even give me no gas money. They gave me all the wings and liquor I wanted. That ain't it, you know. But who would do that? If someone's trying to get someplace, someone is striving, someone is willing to go through that. It's a different game. I admire anyone who endeavors to make a livelihood out of that or do more with that. I admire any of those people. It's 9:43 on a Friday.
Yes, Friday. Oh my goodness. I have some administrative stuff to do today, but no face-to-faces. I do have an appointment at some point today with a gentleman who wants to subcontract empowerment publishing and multimedia for.
So he wants to get his clients and then pawn it off to you and pay you too. So that way he looks like he's covering more ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's 9:44. Now it's time for say thank you. The way we say thank you, on this podcast is with greeting songs and with greeting logos. Brace yourself. If this is your first time here, we say thank you with greeting songs and greeting logos. For example, the first one up today in our room was Miss Phyllis George. She has a greeting logo, and it goes like this. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. After Miss Phyllis today, it was Dr. Deborah Dunstan.
Non-profit strategist and funding coach.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunstan. Shirley Dejanette, we've already done her song because she had to leave early.
Shirley Dejanette,
Where did it?
Wyatt will rock you.
Uh,
Shirley Dejanette, Wyatt will rock you. Jenny from the block. Hey, Jennifer
don't be
Robinson.
fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Good morning, Sister Jennifer Robinson. We go to church with Jennifer Robinson.
That's
Jennifer
right.
Robinson is another one of those glue people at our church. She does everything. She puts out the minutes, she puts out the program, she guards the door, she participates in the praise team. She does it all, Jennifer Robinson.
Jennifer, if you're still here and you happen to go to Roses, please know that I love the ginger candies that they sell. So if you happen to just happen,
Who are
they
you
don't have
going
a
to?
Roses on my side of town.
Oh my God.
Jennifer.
Go back up one. Antonobi Evans. This is one that we all can participate in. Put on your Nigerian voice. Sit up straight into your chair. Get a lot of air into your body and say, thank you, Antonobi. Good morning, Antonobi. Uzama Ross got one too.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama.
Good morning, Mr. Uzama Ra. We did Dr. Deborah Craig said.
1,000 degrees.
You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning begging, please. Brother Freeze Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape. Ice Cube has gotten the green light. He's gotten the sponsorship. He's going to do a Fridays 4. And we're going to like the title of it. I don't know what the title is. He's just said we're going to like the title. But it's going to be a 4th version of Fridays. How can they do
it? The last Friday?
Yeah, I think it's last Friday, okay? Something like that. But anyway, Friday, these guys got to be 50 in their 50s.
They are, and they got kids.
They got kids, I guess. Yeah. Tony Lee.
Mm-hmm. Tony is, then he went raw. He was Tony the Tiger. Dr. Beverly is in the house.
Wait. Yeah, I'm not going to let that. What? I know you get it from Slick Rick.
No,
okay,
yes.
Okay, Slick Rick's back. I sat beside her, and she was Tony the Tiger. Okay. Okay, no, we're not doing that for Tony.
I was not thinking about Slick Rick. I was actually thinking about Tony the Tiger from Frosty Flakes.
Oh, they're great?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Slick Rick. Okay. Anyway, Dr. Beverly, uniquely taken over, has a logo as well, and it goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly, and good morning to you and the rest of your crew. I hope the crew did get that this morning.
And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
She was sharing the names of her crewmates that participated. I remember one was Tariq. Yeah. I don't remember any of the names, but if you want to share them again, Dr. Beverly, we'd love to read about them.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys for making this your place. We look forward to seeing you on Monday. If you happen to be in the Charlotte or Huntersville regional area and want to join us for worship on Saturday, we will be at Exhort Community Church on Sunday at 10 a.m. That's 14301 Winfield Creek Parkway.
Sundays, we worship at Exhort Community Church. On Thursday, we do in-person networking in Concord Mills, adjacent to BJ's at Concord Mills area, right next to Empire Beauty School for Concord Business Club. It's just in-person networking and lesson, think tank style. So we love it. So, and that's free, always free, in-person networking. On Monday night, we got the Sales Confidence Mastery Group. And so that's the only one we're doing Monday night. Wednesday night, we're not. We're just doing it on Monday night. And I'm excited about addressing these guys as well. Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you at one or all of those events. And in the meantime and in between time, don't forget to have sex. This is really a good way to end.